In our second year, we have stained glass projects to complete. This is the one I've been allocated. It's a panel by David Evans and it was created in 1829. It was actually only in the church for about 58 years before it was replaced. I've been trying to do some research on the background of the panel to find out what the tracery looked like so I could replace some missing detail if necessary. The different things that I've been thinking about for this panel, restoration-wise, is obviously it's in a very bad state at the moment of repair, so it's really a stabilisation project to begin with. The areas that are lost, there's a big area here of loss. It'll probably be a matter of putting in strap leads in these areas and putting some thin modern replacement glass to make it clear that's a conservation repair. I can have a look at my partner's panel. He's got another panel to look at the shape, see if it's a similar sort of shape, and I'll be able to put a perimeter lead around the whole panel so it's not at risk of getting more damaged. Here are some examples of the tools of the trade. These are glass cutters, there are two different types here. These ones, mostly they get bought from China, these ones. They're the ones I prefer to use. They've got oil contained within them. And this one is one where you would get oil from a tray and dip it in and cut the glass, and that just helps the wheel rotate when you're scoring the glass before you break it. And this one has also got some little nicks inside, which are actually for grozing. So once you've cut the edge, if you need to take off some sharp edges or get a bit of a smooth finish, you can use these to groze. Or you can use your grozing pliers, which these are. It can also help you when snapping the glass when you've made your score line. The medieval glass tends to be very grozed. When you look at it outside the leads, you'll see a scalloped edge all around. And that's because I think the glass was possibly a little bit easier to groze than it is today. It's a bit more brittle now. And some of the 19th and 20th century glass is not typically as scalloped in the same way as the medieval glass. This is a lead knife more typically used in England. It's actually a palette knife that's been cut down and smoothed away and ground and sharpened. But in Germany, it's more typical to use the Don Carlos knife, a little bit more vicious, and how it works is it's more of a rocking action, so it does get through the lead more effectively, and I definitely prefer using this, and I won't be without it now. For my 18-week placement in the summer last year, I spent it between two studios, one in Belgium and one in Germany. And it was really interesting to have this international perspective for the career and to have a go with all the different techniques and tools that they use in the different countries.
The course has been set up in such a way that they have practical projects which bring them into contact with real artefacts and objects, and there's a great buzz when you're actually handed a project over which you'll have autonomy and responsibility. Any sum of money is beneficial as far as a student is concerned. Clearly, larger sums of money have a major impact on the fees, but we encourage our students in their dissertation research to undertake projects which can involve travel and may require them to find extra resources for equipment or for photography or whatever it may be. For a student beginning a commitment to a 2-year MA programme, to be offered a scholarship which will cover the 2 years of study is of immense reassurance and support. And of course it's also valued because it's a statement of commitment and trust in the student themselves, and the fact that the NADFAS team takes such a personal interest in the students' progress and well-being is also, I think, a very important attraction of this particular award.